get started.
I know it might not seem like it, but it's just about time to put 2022 in the rear view and start looking ahead to 2023. So here at MHP Team SI, we've gathered our experts to look ahead at the new year and make some 2023 marketing predictions. Right now, I am joined by Lauren Farabough, our Director for Healthcare Strategy, and we're gonna discuss a little bit about what is coming in the year ahead in healthcare. So Lauren, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So first, before we move into 2023, let's look back for a second at 2022 because I think it was a big year in healthcare marketing. Really, 2022 was the first maybe kind of sort of post-COVID year. And so what kind of things that we saw take place during COVID have stuck and what kind of things are falling away?
Absolutely. 2022 has been a huge year for healthcare marketing. I think people are finally feeling safe to come back to the doctor. We've even seen within the past month some of the mask restrictions for healthcare facilities finally be lifted. So people are feeling safe. They're feeling comfortable. Some of the routine things that people have put off, like their regular eye exams or regular annual physical, people are starting to book those appointments now. One of the biggest things to come from the pandemic was the use of telehealth. I think physicians were very reluctant to use telehealth, but now that they've seen the necessity of it, especially during the pandemic, and now that patients have gotten more and more used to seeing their physician through the screen and be able to have an appointment through the screen, it's become a technology that people are going to have to learn to use, both patients and physicians in healthcare facilities going forward. It's going to become part of their necessary practices.
So how does telehealth change the way in which hospitals, medical clinics market?
As healthcare facilities and healthcare practices, they're going to have to learn to market telehealth and market the convenience of it for the patients. It's a lot easier to have an appointment that's more routine for the physician and for the patient. If the patient's having to travel 45 minutes away, it's going to be a lot easier for that patient to use telehealth for really just a routine checkup. And it's a lot easier for the doctor probably to fit in more patients in their schedule that way as well.
Right. So it seems to me like telehealth kind of expands the market reach of a particular doctor or a clinic.
Absolutely. It's a lot easier too, maybe to do a second opinion or a special consult via telehealth that you might not would normally be able to do.
Sure. That makes a lot of sense. So that's kind of what we saw happen big in 2022. Telehealth is a big part of that. Looking ahead to 2023, what kind of trends do you see standing out in healthcare marketing?
I think building on the telehealth practices, it's really thinking about marketing to healthcare consumers. They're not just patients anymore, they're consumers. What's going to set your practice apart to keep them making that first appointment, but also keep them coming back? You've got to think about the whole experience as marketing. You've really got to think about how easy is it for them to book an appointment? Are they waiting on the phone line for 30 minutes before they can actually talk to a person? Or is it 2 clicks of a button on your website for them to be able to schedule? What does that whole process look like? How easy is it for them to do that? And then once they get there, how easy is it for them for their whole experience? How convenient is it? Are you giving them enough information on your website on the front end that they know what to expect stepping into it? The other big piece about it is we think about us as consumers. Before we make big purchases, we're looking at reviews online. And that's a huge thing too, that you've got to think about your reputation management going forward. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think something we see across every aspect of when we step outside of consumer marketing, our actions as consumers shape us in the way we make other decisions. As you think about treating patients as consumers, a part of that is competition. You're not just trying to attract patients to your clinic, but you're trying to compete with other clinics or hospitals or even retail stores. And so How does that play a role in healthcare marketing?
Absolutely. I think that's been a big concern, and a really concern that I'm hearing from other healthcare marketers and conferences that we've been to recently is that people like Walmart and Walgreens are moving into this space where hospitals and healthcare organizations have dominated for so long, but now they're having to play with these big retail giants, really. And so how do you compete with a Walmart is you've got to think about them as consumers, and you've got to think about the convenience of it, and you've got to think about what that patient journey looks like as a whole to get them into your front door in the first place, but also to get them to come back.
Have you found it difficult to convince hospitals or clinics to think of their patients as consumers?
I think people are becoming more open to that idea.
Yeah.
You know, at first it's like, it's all about here's our expertise and this is why you should choose us. But you've got to think about also people are leading very busy lives. People always have something going on, and you've got to think about the experience as a whole now, not just about what their health treatment looks like, but all the pieces leading up to it and all the pieces after it too.
So really, when you say you're treating the patient like a consumer, that means you're treating them better. It's not that you're treating them as some kind of expendable thing out there, but you're treating them better and you're looking to give them a great experience.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Is there anything else you think that healthcare marketers, people that work at hospitals or clinics need to know looking forward to the new year?
I think the challenge for healthcare marketers is not to be siloed in the marketing piece, but also to become secret shoppers in their own organization, to really think about going through that process as a patient, and not just think about how they're reaching patients to make them aware of their brand or drive traffic to their website, but what does that patient journey look like?
Right. There's only so much your marketing campaign to do if there's not the groundwork to provide a good experience.
Exactly. If they're having to wait 30 days for an appointment or wait an hour on the phone or wait a week for a callback, it's not going to help you at all really keep that patient in the long run.
So as we go forward into the new year, what do you think hospital marketers, healthcare marketers need to do to stay on top of the latest trends and to keep up with things as they change and evolve?
I think the important thing for healthcare marketers is to really do their own research online, go to conferences when they can, attend webinars when they can, and you can always visit our website. We keep our blog updated regularly with healthcare information, and we're always sharing the latest and greatest trends in healthcare research.
Yeah, you can check out the link in the description and go straight to our healthcare marketing page on our website. So thank you so much, Lauren, for joining us, and I'm excited to see where you go in the next year with healthcare marketing.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Here we go.